and gentlemen, welcome on in for our second series of the evening. My name is IceColeBrew, and if you are watching this live here on twitch.tv/IceColeBrew, thank you for coming by. We have a fascinating matchup coming up for y'all. Tonight, we are going to have Oasis Knights, a team I actually casted back in December, going up against SP Lethargy. Now, you'll notice both these teams are 5-0. Technically 4-0 for Oasis Knights. Technically, one of the games haven't been counted yet, but it might be a forfeit win. Might also be a 3-0, if I remember correctly. Either way, both of these teams have a very fascinating record in which they have both maintained dominance in their group. And the only difference between these two is SP Lethargy has lost 2 fewer games than Oasis Knights. Oasis Knights are technically 15-6 currently. SP Lethargy 15-4 overall, which is going to be a fascinating matchup for them. And what's great too is just how similar their stat lines are throughout their weeks. Just looking at SP Lethargy, you know, first week starting off game 5 situation, coming out with a 3-0, came out with game 5, and then game 3-0 last week against INF Nemesis. Meanwhile, over on Oasis Knights, 3-2 against Nemesis, 3-2 against Lightning, 3-2 against Starlight, 3-0'd Lotus, 8 Tranquility, and I believe got a forfeit win against X-Pro Esports. I might need to be corrected on that at this point. However, what's just been really fascinating is how these two teams have played up against each other. Now, of course, I am checking to make sure that both teams do know that the game is now live, and in fact, I might go ahead and just ping them both while I am here, because I want to make sure they both get in here in a timely manner. But in the meantime, folks, I want to once again shout out Christopher Escalante, !track, if you are on the Twitch. One time, I'm sorry, TTV Auntie comes in, by the way, thank you for the follow, comes in, the Oasis Knights saved my fish from drowning and rescued my grandma from a fire. Amazing. That is the kind of service you get from the Oasis Knights as well. That's why they have such a depth of roster on top of that. And it's been fun watching them play. If I remember correctly, I actually covered their game up against Nemesis before. I was actually recruited by Nemesis to cast their game, ended up sticking around, and now I'm here covering Oasis Knights once again. Covering back before, once again, Christopher Escalante, the person who made the wonderful music you are listening to right now. So please, one, go check out his streams at the Christopher Escalante, and also reach out to him on www.christopherescalante.com. Link will be below if you are watching this on the YouTube VOD, and it's in the chat right now if you want to check that out. In the meantime, we are currently hesitating a little bit because we are waiting for both teams to show up. Looks like Melon, Metros, and Pandoc of the Oasis Knights will be here first. Did I say Pandoc? I think it was Pandora. I think it was Bluey. Checking in on SP Lethargy. We're waiting on Dynaman, Kai, Snipe 12, or Just Doc to join in. Should be arriving fairly shortly as well. Let's go Knights, as the Knights crowd has arrived and my phone decides it does not want to charge anymore. We're still waiting on SP Lethargy. They do have about, if I remember right, about 10 minutes before match time before it is considered a forfeit win. This is the last match of the series, of the season for both these teams as well. And what's going to be fascinating is, again, this is just going to determine seeding at this point, because I truly believe these two teams will face off in grand finals. And for tier 2, that's going to be in 2 weeks from today. They will be playing off against each other in a tournament on March 14th. So keep an eye on the Cross Progression League. Keep an eye on all those channels. Make sure you're staying up to date on when your favorite team, such as the Oasis Knights, will be coming on in. We already got all the folks here for Oasis. So, folks, one thing I would love to ask you to do if you were here joining the stream, if you see one of your favorite players hitting a clip on someone or doing something fun, please make sure to clip that for them. Let them know that we're hyping them up in the chat and also at home. And once again, if you can't stick around for the entire series, but you want to see how it rolls out, please go check out youtube.com/IceColeBrew, and you'll see the VOD there tomorrow morning about 9 a.m. 9 a.m. my time, so CST. In the meantime, waiting on SP Lethargy still. There's nothing I would hate more than to close out this evening on a forfeit. Just a no competition. With that in mind, folks, speaking of competition, folks, if you want me to cast your games, and I also do a little bit of Valorant on the side, I've been learning some Tekken, please feel free to reach out to me, hit !socials, or check the description down below if you're watching this on YouTube, and let me know what games you want me to cover. Right now, I'm currently learning Marvel Rivals, which is always fun. Valorant's been a mainstay for myself, and then, of course, we got some fighting game action coming at you with Tekken 8 as well. On top of that, you can always check me out whenever I am streaming live a variety of games, currently playing through Outer Wilds, and here is SP Lethargy. Ain't no shot that's a snipe by now. Okay. Yo, we got a good game. We got a good game. Snipe 12 was not who I thought it was. It is the GOAT from a different league. It is one of the best people here. All right, folks. All right. We're gonna get down to the moment here. We're getting into the moment here. This snipe that I know, this is from minor league esports, an all-star player. He is well known for his threes plays and demos as well. Fantastically accurate and very mechanical on the playstyle. Probably one of the main reasons why SP Lethargy has had so many fantastic opportunities. SP Lethargy over in the orange with Dynaman, Just Doc, and of course Snipe. And then over in the blue, we got Melon, we got Pandoc, who is getting the demo on Dynaman, and Metros as well. Just going to fix a mirror. There we go. Pandoc. Now with threes as well, with this being GC1-GC2, I do anticipate these people to show up at least for the first 2 rounds of a weekly tournament, especially some that's like a $100 tournament, such as Frost Esports. The Frost Weekly Blizzard being a favorite of mine. Metros close shot. Snipe. Fantastic setup here. Folks, if I have just a moment, I can probably pull up some extra numbers about this man. I will probably be hyping him up a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But Oasis Knights, again, very competitive team. They play smart around each other. They play fantastic around each other as well. You can see these team up kind of layered offense tactics that they're trying to utilize, where they can set the pass forward and then just power it in off an angle, trying to throw your opposition in for a loop. However, Dynaman's not going to fall for that right now as he goes for the shot, trying to defend. Metros pops the ball up high. That's on target. Top shelf. Metros with the first goal for the Oasis Knights, setting the tempo here. Dynaman just kind of caught a little bit too slow, just a little bit behind. And it's an unfortunate positioning for him too, because Dynaman's just trying to shadow best he can, but he can't get away, because once he steps away, Metro's going to fire back hard and fast. Just like Snipes with that counter, now slams that ball down, has to get up high, but Melon's going to scoop it out of the curve. Melon making himself like a melon baller, tries to send this ball down, but instead Dynaman picks up the save. Now it's Snipe. Snipe, a little bit awkward on the touch here, still getting warmed up. Fairly purple as well. And this is Emma Master League Snipe. It's going to be a very impressive run for him. Ball dropped down, not going to be able to pick this one up. Could also be like any of the other 3 snipes I know. Ball on target for Dynaman, denied once again by Metros. Pandoc trying to find a chance. One of that connecting path's going to go down to Metros again. Low 50. Won't work out. Just Doc a bit just too slow. Top shelf looking for the upper 90. It's going to be Snipe with the deflection. Melon fires back off the backboard. It's going to be Just Doc trying to take control. Won't be enough. Pandoc hard backboard looking for a pass out to Metros. Won't find it. Center lane. Pinch up high. Snipe losing control. And that ball's almost on target. Pandoc almost take the pass. Fires once again. Second time's the charm. Just a bit of back and forth. Pandoc had a really nice look initially, but just a bit off target. Instead, had to put it behind Dynaman to check his positioning once again. Hooray. Lowercase. Hooray being put up in the chat. Pandoc's going to curve this around the corner. Oh, no, he will not. Halfway through the game so far, still looking for a response from SP Lethargy, who I think are still in the process of trying to heat up at the moment. As Snipe picks up a savior here. Now has an open net opportunity. Can he put enough power behind the ball? No. He can put enough power, but he can't find the angle. Needed a protractor for a bit. Maybe an AutoCAD. Melon demoed out by Snipe. Snipe's going to work out some aggression here. Power shot from Dynoman's not going to be enough with Melon on respawn. Metros fires. Not going to be there. Pandoc tries to get the save, but it's going to be Snipe getting credited for the goal. Off the assist from Dynoman. Just dunks it over Metros. Pandoc tries to get a piece of it, but he's not deep enough in the net. Minute 50 left to go. Folks, earlier today I had the extreme pleasure of casting another league, and we saw in their game one for the quarterfinals a scoreline much like this, and then a 0-second goal to tie it to 2-2 in OT, followed shortly by an own goal. We will see if that is going to be the case here as Dynaman looks for the pass out to Snipe. Back down to Just Doc. Now it's just Snipe in the background. Has to force this ball high, forcing Melon to make an awkward shot. Snipe goes for it. It's going to be supported by Dynoman, who also picks up a savior. Ball out to the corner. 75 seconds left to go. It's just going to be Just Doc. Sadly, will not be able to get that doctoral on the shot. His thesis going out. Snipe trying to set him up, but Dynoman is just going to be too late. It's taking a bit too long. Snipe tries to fire again, tries to get some help from the demo by Snipe. Instead, it's Dynoman out of the corner. Looking to go a little bit further. 40 seconds left. Not going to be enough. Dynoman has to scoop this one out. Gets it on the backboard. Metros is going to flail. Unable to challenge the ball here before Snipe cleared it out. Ball out to the corner. Snipe redirect forward down middle lane, looking for a pass out to someone. No one's there though. Metros floating, falling, flailing. Melon open net, has a chance, will strike home, and there's the insurance goal. 2-goal lead back under control for the Oasis Knights. Off the demo from Melon, who clears out the back line. Snipe hoped someone was going to be there, but sadly everyone's out of the game. It's going to take about 3 days respawn, I mean 3-second respawn to find that opening. Welcome on in, folks. You're still joining us here live at game one, near the conclusion now. 2-goal difference in favor of the Oasis Knights. 5 seconds left. Just Doc looking for a hope, looking for a prayer, but sadly there will be no miracle in the room tonight, as Oasis Knights will take game one. To remind you of the stakes here, folks, both these teams are in Group C. Both these teams are technically 5-0. 2-game difference, where SP Lethargy is the #1 seed. There's a 2-loss difference here. But right now we're seeing why Oasis Knights are such a threat. We are seeing why they are so impressive and can strike so quickly, as Melon gives a hooray instead of a hooray. SP Lethargy needed some more time to warm up. Sadly, unfortunately, it's rush hour, and you got to get what's on the table, what's on the prep table out now to those customers. And sadly, it looks like Oasis Knights was just a bit more hungry than SP Lethargy was prepared for. I think that metaphor got away from me. Just waiting to see if Melon will come back in. I think Melon just switched a preset over. As we're getting ready for game two here, folks, it sounds like I have a variety of Oasis Knights fans here. So with that in mind, please let me know who best to cheer for. I know Melon's pretty goated. I really love the way Metros plays. But now we're going to see if SP Lethargy can find a response after that game one loss by 2 goals. Trying to avoid the demos as Snipe's going to carry this out to the backboard. Drops it off for Just Doc, who wants to get the negative angle on the double tap. Won't find it. Snipe sets it up. Set up by Dynoman, but won't find him. Instead, Dynoman's trying to take flight. A double whiff on the play. Within that first initial minute, they're all the best, says Auntie. And you got to trust Auntie. Auntie knows best. Pandoc clears it up. Sends it over to Melon, who's going to be just a bit outside. They can't give up this first goal if I'm Lethargy. Lethargy needs to, one, not boom this ball away unless I can get that last man knocked out, because there was only one person back who could have gotten the save, and it was going to be Melon in that moment. Dino Man denied. It's going to be Pandoc over to the corner. Metros picks it up, gets denied once as well. Look for Melon. Sends it down, around, up on the backboard. Tick, tick, tick. Going to be Snipe on the 50. And they are losing out on the mid-air battle, sadly. The booming balls have at least provided them space and time, but right now what's also been doing is giving up possession fairly handily, unless they can, unless in some way, shape, or form they can get a bump on that last man like Snipe just attempted to on Melon, but now it's going to go out to Pandoc, who's striking just off left, denied in the corner. Double commit from Oasis Knights, nothing like the Pact of the Brotherhood, in order to ensure that ball gets under your control. Just Doc can't clear this one out. It's going to be up top for Melon. Double commit on the side of Lethargy as well. Feeling a little sick of it. All of my... Yeah. Snipe. Now in a 1v1 opportunity. Has to pop this ball up high. Can't follow through. Ceiling shot for Dino Hawk. Soft teardrop over to Pandoc. Not going to be enough. It's a little bit awkward for the folks on Lethargy. And now you need that boost, Dino Man. You had to cut that momentum down. Demo by Metros. Such a shame. Pandoc has been fairly impressive defensively. I feel like Pandoc and Melon have done such a nice job on that back line. Meanwhile, SP Lethargy, they found more and more opportunities, but they've been booming that ball out so far. They can't really make much of a play. The only way they could do so is if they find a chance to demo. Ball on the corner. Pandoc, a little bit awk on the shot. It hits the post. Even more awkward as Snipe. You might as well zero in those shots, bud. Dino Man looking to cut off Pandoc. Instead, it's a double tap on the backboard. Just Doc will find a way to clear it out. Great way to move that ball away. Snipe has to block. It's not going to be enough, though. Pandoc, third time's the charm, will find the goal on the right post. Just cuts off Snipe. In fact, Goomba stomps him a little bit. Puts him down in his place, and I know Snipe didn't like that. Less than 2 minutes ago, it's taken so long to get here, and we are still waiting on SP Lethargy to find a response at this point in time. Double fake from Snipe, double fake from Dino Man, and Dino Man's going to win out in the end because he outplays everyone on this. Oh, Metros, Melon, Pandoc, all making the wrong calls here. A not hooray from the chat. You know, with 110 seconds left, this puts SP Lethargy in a better position, I feel like, as Just Doc's going to pinch this ball down low right into Melon. Instead, conks it away on his Melon. Gonna be Dino Man controlling the ball. SP both. That ball's off left. It's not going to be enough to strike home. It's not going to be enough to strike true. Just Doc trying to get some kind of defibrillator on his team, trying to get them to stay alive right now. Ball on target. Just Doc will clear it out, will find a chance to save it, and now Just Doc driving it down center lane. Oh, won't find it. Panda's just playing that half-court line fairly well and is contesting the mid-air game so well in order to prevent these easy shots. The only way right now SP Lethargy got these goals were because they were awkward shots in the first place, where even Oasis Knights were just playing too quick. They had too much haste behind them, and lo and behold, they ended up losing out because of it. Snipe looking for that corner shot. It's going to hit Melon, though, down in the bottom right. Dino Man picks up the boost. Metros dodges the train that Doc was about to run on him. Low 50 from Pandoc. Can he dunk on Just Doc? No, Doc able to clear it away. Ball onto the backboard. Gonna be Metros once again, dodges the midair bump, clears it, sends it down for Pandoc. Now he's looking for a body, looking for some boost, trying to keep this back line out of the way. Everyone's whiffing here, but it's not only whiffs at the moment. It's gonna be Just Doc looking for an opening, denied. Dino Man redirect, that's on target, that's just barely inside. That's gonna go in. SP Lethargy. Boomer ball coming in clutch. with the redirect from Dino Man by the pass by Just Doc. Booms that ball clear across the pitch from baseline to baseline now. With 6 seconds left to go, Pandoc will have an open chance. It's going to be Snipe trying to get there. But Panda will clear this one with a ceiling to ground pinch. It was not 85 miles per hour on the touch, but it became 85 miles per hour once Sniped touched it. And the kickoff goal is good. They got 3 points. This is awkward for everyone involved. So we'll just not count the last 2 goals. We'll just not count the last 2 goals, I think, as it's 2-3 right now. I'm going to call it 1-2. Ball on target. Wait. No! They got robbed. Ain't no way. I want to go to the replay for that shot in particular. If it had just a bit more airtime, that would have gone in. But so far, now it's 1-1 in the series. SP Lethargy stay alive. And that's not to say they had a bad game, too. They had a fantastic game, too. Dino Man with 3 goals as well, and out shooting Oasis Knights. Oasis Knights couldn't find a lot of opportunities, but they did so well defensively. The shots they truly gave up were the really awkward ones, and the unexpected redirect from Dino Man as well. And then, of course, that kickoff goal, that one's the rough part, in my opinion. SP Lethargy, though, able to take this one off and away, able to get that goal before the buzzer hits in order to prevent the OT. That's a great way to start your game 3, in my opinion. We're now in best of 3 territory, folks, as SP Lethargy and Oasis Knights are now 1-1, and we're heading off on DFH Stadium to see who can take game 3 and find themselves on match point. Melon fires towards the net. Snipe's going to bump it up and then get demoed quickly. Ball off target. Just Doc. A little bit too fast, too furious on that play. Go up to Snipe. Snipe tries to carry. Gets bumped off by Melon. Metros. Ooh, doesn't put enough force on it. And that makes it awkward for Dino Man. Key of the game here is who's going to be the most awkward. Panda with the save. I truly thought that was going in. Ball carried away. Panda going in for the demo. Forces the last man to clear out. The camera got super awkward for me. So we're going to see what that looked like. Panda goes for the bump. Confirms the bump on Dino Man. And opens up that first goal for the Oasis Knights. Now, so far in this best of 5 scenario, and I just realized something. In this best of 5 scenario, folks, we're currently looking at a 2-0 currently for Metros. For the Oasis Knights, off the pass from Metros, or off the pass from Panda into Metros, who bangs it on the far side. Just got caught out of position. Playing so quick. What we're looking at in this best of 3 right now is whoever scores first wins at the moment, with both teams having scored first and then closing out in their favor. And shut them down early. That might be their plan so far. The quick reaction time, 2 goals before the first minute. The threat of bumps and demos. The, in fact, confirmed threat of bumps and demos. Oh, misconnection from Melon on that pass. Just a bit too slow on the pickup. Gonna be a big pinch 50 down. Just Doc can't get the altitude. It's gonna be Dino Man able to bounce it off the backboard. 80 seconds gone by. Metro's on target. Can't get that ball out. Panda, smart back pass here. Dino Man gets the touch, confirms it, but Panda's going to deflect, force it back into the corner that it just came from in order to open up that second shot. Because Dino Man's already out of position. No one's back there to support him in that moment. That makes it frustrating. Panda, air dribble, wants to drop it a little bit lower, tries to do so, but Snipe's going to steal it away. 3-goal difference as we hit the 92nd mark of this game. And Dino's trying to make it awkward again, but awkward cluster at that front post, and yet it still works out in the long run. Ooh, snipe just a bit off target. Metros able to send this off and away, goes and fires, but it's going to hit the right post. Steals Constellation Prize boost. It's going to control this ball down, forcing Doc to get awkward. Trying to force a 1v1 scenario for his team. Snipe, big clear out. Melon gets a piece of it here. It's going to be upfield once more. Can Dynaman catch up to it before Melon can? Melon forces it out of the corner. Nice 50 from Doc on the respawn as well. Metros off the side of the wall. Ooh, Dynaman did a bit too much there. Gets demoed for his reward as Snipe tries to drop it down for Doc. Doc is forced to play the corner here, though. Down center, no one's around. Game halfway gone so far. Trying to take it under control, but so far, a lot of these touches haven't been working out in the favor of Lethargy. And it's been the work of the Oasis Knights to just cut them off, make them awkward the whole time. Unable to confirm the touch there. That's going to be free goal for Metros. Comes down below their toes. Doesn't need to get up higher, just needs to get around him, and by God, he puts it right underneath him. Fantastic pass out from Melon too, forcing that ball to the backboard. It's one of those situations where you have to confirm the touch. There is no how or why about it. You have to confirm you're clear. You have to get a handle on the ball in order to prevent the easy goal. Speaking of the easy goal, just Doc swinging it upfield to Dino Man. Once again, same thing we saw last game to get that second goal. They break their first here in game 3. But it's a 3-goal difference right now with 110 seconds left. That's not a lot of time to pick up a 3-goal game. Find a 3-goal tie here. I bring it to 4-4. However, I do not fault them for playing aggressive here. As you can see, Dynaman's just diving in on them. Trying to sink his teeth in. Just Doc. Look for a control. Melon reads it. It's going to send it up, down, and around. Dylan's on an awkward spot. Metros gets around the post to send it home. And all this starts off is by Melon. Melon makes it awkward. Melon doesn't bang it hard off the backboard, off the post or anything. He ties it, kills it right inside that net. Slows it down so much that Lethargy gets lethargic, doesn't know what to do here. And now with double demo on the field, it's just going to be sniped. That's going to be an own goal from Metros, who wants to provide some aid to his opposition. Just really felt bad for them. Wanted to bring it back to a 3-goal game with 81 seconds left. I appreciate that effort, you know. You gotta do what you can for the community. 75 seconds left. Ball drops center. Melon's going to pick this one up. And what a shot for Melon. Off the pass from Metros, who's been returning the favor for him. Four-goal difference. We're 2 away from... I forget the name of the other one. Barcelona. Ball onto the backboard as Panda sets it up to snipe. Nice soft touch from Metros. Clears it out by Dino. Not a lot of time left. At this point, you're just picking up goals for momentum for next game if you are SP Lethargy. Snipe fires off the post. It's just Panda back there and no one else. I mean that in general. Double tap from Panda. Carries it up high, might very well be looking for the Barcelona here. Just has so much space, has an entire landing strip in order to take off and then find the backboard and negative angle, double tap down for Panda. You cannot allow them to have that much space. You have to contest. But at this point, 7-2, you're just trying to take what bits you can at this point. Fake a musty for Dino. Big boom and clear from Melon. Gonna prevent the Barcelona on that shot. Ball centered by Snipe. It's gonna go over to Metros. It's gonna bang it hard. It's gonna go pass out to Melon on the left post. Melon looking for a friend in need. Drops it down low. Oh, his two teammates double committed. They both wanted that shot so bad. They wanted him to score, and instead, the ball gets boomed out. Just Doc. High backboard, just wants to kill the ball. Force the time to go out right now. And that's what's going to happen. We will be denied the Barcelona. As it is currently 7-2. Game 3, match point. Oasis Knights played fantastic overall. And they have to be happy with that performance. SP Lethargy have to be caught off guard here. They have to be a little bit frustrated with how that rolled out. And honestly, I can't blame them. They slowed down a bit too much. They provided too much space, and then it caught up to them heavily hard. Oasis Knights, on the other hand, very proud of their performance, especially Metro's. 5 goals for 5 shots, 4 of them off of assists. Like 80% of his goals were from his teammates getting involved in some way, shape, or form. Which is a great way to do it. Great, fantastic way to take that series under control. As my camera freaks out. That's okay. We're here for game 4. Match point, Oasis Knights. Oasis Knights looking to take that #1 seed away from SP Lethargy. SP Lethargy looking to cement their spot at the top of the bracket, to be a threat for when the tournament comes up in 2 weeks. But it's going to be Metros once again taking the first goal. And so far, folks, you know the odds. As I've realized something in my background here. Metros able to take the first goal, and that means for the chances of Oasis Knights, it's going to be high that they take the victory for themselves. Snipe is going to do everything in his power to prevent that, though, with that save. It's going to be Panda dropping this ball down low. If there's going to be a way for SP Lethargy to pick up the next goal, to bring it to an equalizer of 1-1, it's Deck. Thank you for the 400 bits. Oh my goodness, thank you very much. If there's any way for SP Lethargy to pick up the next goal in this game, they have to figure out a way to prevent these rotations from Oasis Knights. They have to force them to slow down. They have to bring down that momentum that we see from the Knights. And they cannot let themselves get awkward in their own net either. Panda is going to give this one up to Melon, who forwards it to Metros, who's going to be off target. I'm sorry, as much as I love both these players, I think Dynoman and Just Dog have it prettier. Decky, thank you very much. I really appreciate the 400 bits. As Melon's going to get the first, actually third demo of the series, if I remember right. Trying to just take out any chance of having any pressure on the front line, on the front door of the Oasis Knights. Melon going for the pinch. I don't think the Fennec can actually hit a Cookster pinch, if I'm real honest here. I think it's mostly the Dominus that can do it, as Panda is going to show us how to do a pinch. Dunks down low and gets the second goal. Hooray, as the chat exclaims, and my game freaks out. Just under the 2-minute mark, it's going to be a fake kickoff from Oasis Knights. Connecting over to Panda, but it's going to be a back pass. There's a chance here. Can Snipe get there in time? No, Metros is going to keep it under control. Forces it out into the corner. Ball down center. Just Doc can't get there. It's going to be Dino Man picking this one up. Sends it off to the side for Metros. Will be denied. Nice demo from Dino. It's just going to be a solo play from Just Doc. And it's not going to be enough. He needs some people to help him out. He needs some supporting cast members, as Melon is going to figure out a double tap off the backboard here. Just upfield from Panda, and Melon makes it work. Just a bit off target, and yet it goes. Three-goal difference to 0 for Oasis Knights, as Panda looks for another shot. Gonna be Melon on the last one back. I think it's gonna have help from Metros, who's gonna curve out to the side. Panda on the backboard, gonna whiff on this one. Snipe with the open net will find an opportunity, and this is what I'm talking about. The only way we have seen SP Lethargy score is through awkward movement on the side of Oasis Knights. There was a double commit there. People were just going over the backboard, right down the low, and then they both jumped up and tried to convert on the block, but Snipe came across the net to get a shot. Just Doc slows it down, expects the fake kickoff, but can't convert on the hardest shot in the game, the open net. Said, it's gonna be 130 seconds left. You have a 2-goal difference. You can catch up if you're Lethargy, and if you are able to do so, that's gonna be fantastic for you and your team. Just Doc gets denied by Pandoc. It's gonna be Dino and leaves this ball alone. Snipe's gonna be the aggressor here, won't find it. Dino has to deny, can't get the denial on Metros. 50 down center. No one's around, so Snipe can pick this up, but he's putting it too far away. Ball on target. Just Doc doesn't have a lot of boost, has to clear it onto the post. Gets it out of the way. They're still alive. There's 90 seconds left. That's enough to get 2 goals and maybe find a third in between. Team pinch doesn't work out, goes the wrong way. Boom and clear from Snipe. Dino tries to get the bump. Ball off to the left side. Snipe can't find it. Just Doc fires. And it's gonna be denied by Panda once again. Very confident fans of Oasis Knights in the chat currently. As Melon carries the ball up high. Once again, a little bit off target. Bit of panic on this back line for Lethargy. They're struggling to find momentum. They're struggling to find controls on touches that they would like, except for now. Just Doc now in a 1v1 against Panda. Needs to get the bump on Panda. Ball on the backboard. Snipe gets the touch. Will set it up. And now it's a 1-goal game. Snipe and Just Doc on the connection once again. Just send it onto the backboard and hope that Snipe can get there. Melon asking for a game 5. Folks, I'm not going to lie. I truly anticipated a game 5 here. Both these teams are the top of their group. Both these teams are very impressive in their play styles, very impressive in how they perform with each other. They know what works best. So far, Oasis Knights, though, have had all the momentum behind them. That was the cleanest setup they've had all series on SP Lethargy's part, if I'm being truly honest. Because a lot of these shots are just coming from awkward defense from SP Lethargy. And because all of Oasis Knights are trying to force this goal, at the moment they almost had another equalizer. 10 seconds left. Can we get there? Snipe lands awkward. No. Gets dunked on by Panda. Metros drops it down. 1 second left. Ball still alive. Can Dino redirect? He goes awkward. He can't find it. He cannot confirm the touch. Oasis Knights closes out game 4, 3-2. And that will be the series set in their favor. As an ad rolls in. Well, folks, that will be the game, set, series, and match for Oasis Knights. Ooh, both Oasis teams won tonight. That's good to hear. Folks, with that in mind, thank you all so very, very much for joining me. Once again, Desi, I appreciate the 400 bits and all the follows from all of you guys as well. Thank you for coming to shout out these teams. Thank you very much, Blade Exotic. With that in mind, this will close it out for me this evening. I want to give a huge shout out to all the teams that have played so far. If you are interested in watching the VOD back and maybe getting some clippable moments for your team, please go check out my YouTube channel under the same name at youtube.com/IceColeBrew. The VOD for this match will be up tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. CST. On top of that, folks, once again, shout out to Cross Progression League. This will be the final week of action for them. They have a few more games coming up tomorrow night and Sunday as well. And then starting next week, it's going to be the Tier 4 playoffs on Friday. And then next Sunday will be the Tier 3 playoffs for C2, C3. And then 2 weeks from now, you're going to see the Oasis Knights facing off against some top tier teams. I think we might even get a rematch of SP Lethargy as well, if I understand. Yeah, I believe we're going to get a rematch of SP Lethargy up against Oasis Knights in the near future. Just going by how many teams are playing right now, this is going to be a fantastic series overall. There are going to be 12 teams performing. Oasis Knights will be leading the charge in Group C. In fact, I believe they are going to take the third seed. They'll be facing off against the number 4, which could very well be SP Lethargy. We'll find out more as that rolls out. But with that, folks, thank you once again for joining me this evening. If you would like to follow me on my socials, hit !socials, or you can also check me out on Twitter and Blue Sky as well. And then, of course, once again, I want to give a shout out to Christopher Escalante, who made the music that you are listening to currently. Please give him a check him out at the Christopher Escalante on Twitch, or alternatively, go check out his portfolio and website at ChristopherEscalante.com. With that, thank you all so very much. We're going to raid out soon, but I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. In the meantime, let me see who we can go and see, because I saw a lot of good matches going on tonight. We'll be heading over to Frontier Doubles League to close out the evening with them. We're going to go from 3s to 2s, so